Last time on Extreme Makeover Horse Edition. Twilight Sparkle. You recently became a princess, but then lost your home in a blaze of swirling emotions. And fire. Lots of fire. Sorry. Without further ado, Twilight, I present to you your new home. Carriage driver! Move that carriage! What? Oh. What do you mean? We don't know where we put it. How do you lose a house? Okay, fine. It's fine. So, here's the thing. Who wants to go on a scavenger hunt to find a house? In the meantime, I've got an episode to talk about. If I had to describe this episode in one word, it would be warm. The episode feels very heartwarming. It sees us deal with the aftermath of Tyrek and the loss of something that's been with us since the beginning of the series. Golden Oaks Library has been there since the beginning, and to see the aftermath of it being destroyed really puts into perspective how far we've come. But I'm getting ahead of myself. Let's break this episode down. So the plot summary of this episode is Twilight's not exactly feeling at home in her new castle. Honestly, I can't say I blame her, especially coming from Golden Oaks Library, which was a lot smaller in scale and a lot more confined. I can see why she'd feel a little bit not at home in there, especially because the place is so darn big. So she's been running herself frazzled, trying to avoid going home by helping her friends out. Her friends notice this early on and decide, hey, you know what, you're gonna go to a spa day and we're gonna make your home feel like home. Which leads into, in my opinion, my favorite song of the season thus far. Now, we've only had 2 songs, granted, but this one was just awesome. It's such a good, catchy song, and I found myself listening to it and enjoying it every time I heard it. It's just a fantastic song. Absolutely love it. Then we run into the problem of the episode. Every pony brings in something from their home that makes them feel at home in their own environment. And I won't fault the girls for not exactly knowing what to do to make Twilight's castle feel like a home. They all had good intentions and tried their best to decorate the castle in a way that would make them feel at home, but they realized themselves that, hey, you know what, this isn't my house. This is Twilight's house. What can we do to make it her home? And, well, what's Twilight like? Books. Oh, then there's books. Oh, wait, there's Star Swirl the Bearded. So I can see why they'd have a problem with that, because they probably can't find enough books to fill that entire castle, let alone any Star Swirl memorabilia, because I imagine that stuff costs a little pretty bit. And I can't fault them for their good intentions. However, I will say that they do realize this early on, almost immediately, and they do try and resolve it, which is fantastic. It's something that I haven't seen very much in a show, because in most kids' shows, that whole conflict of, no, I want this to be in the house, no, this house should look like this, would have been the entirety of an episode. So it's great to see My Little Pony branch out in that way. Probably my favorite part of the whole episode was when they finished redecorating. They started reminiscing about their time at the Golden Oaks Library, and that really brought back a flood of memories from season 1, and it really took me back to that time in my life when I started watching My Little Pony, and it was great. It was a wonderful nod to not only how far the main 6 have come, but how far we as a Brony fandom have come as well. It really puts things into perspective for us. We're 5 seasons down the road, and it's sometimes great to look back and see how far we've come. And then we get the second half of the song, and it really made me stop and think a minute. See, as someone who puts memories into objects, it's a little hard for me to think of what I would do if I lost all that. And in Twilight's case, she's lost everything. She's lost the Golden Oaks Library and everything that was inside it that she held near and dear. And to me, that's very emotional. It really shows what it's like to go through a severe loss of, say, a house or a natural disaster causing all your things to be lost to you. It really put into perspective how that can be very hard for someone, especially when you have to find a new house and make new memories, and you can't bring any of the old memories along for the ride. And then we get quite possibly one of the most emotional reveals I've seen of recent memory in My Little Pony. The chandelier is just so heartwarming. It shows that they really care about Twilight and the memories that they shared together. Each crystal represents a memory, and even has a little picture inside of it. I'm not sure how they did it. If I had to guess, probably Rarity had something to do with that, because she's a gem pony. But it really hit me in my heart-feelies bits when I saw that. And to me, that's what really knocked this one out of the park for me. All the emotional, feely bits of this episode really struck a chord with me, and I really enjoyed it for that. Overall, I feel like this episode was a wonderful episode. It was an emotional train ride, and it was fun to go along for the ride. I enjoyed every minute of this episode, and I feel like, especially for those of us who have gone through a natural disaster and lost everything, this episode will be very powerful for you. I just really love this episode, and I love what they did. They did everything, in my opinion, right in this episode. I honestly can't find anything wrong with it. It's just a great episode. But anyway, guys, that's my thoughts on episode 3 of season 5. If you have positive, negative thoughts on that, if you disagree with me, go ahead and comment down below. If you agree with me, comment down below. Do whatever you want to do, I don't care. But anyway, guys, I hope you enjoyed, and I hope you have a fantastic day. I'm UltraMag64, and I'll catch you guys on the next episode. Bye! So, Twilight Sparkle, what do you think of your new home? Was a little bit of a trip to get here, but hey, better late than never! I'd say that's another satisfied customer. Until next time, this is Extreme Makeover Horse Edition.